Give it a green.
Yeah.
light. Are you starting with a song this week? Video? Song, video?
Yeah, he's got a song.
I always laugh when I hear it.
I love this
can't-
song.
I can't not laugh.
Great song. We should have saw this in Montreal. Look at
Oh my God, dude! If we were up there when this was big, would have been shit.
I couldn't imagine a German like orgy in this first game. How did this have success in America?
How didn't it? I'm just listen to the song. Of course, I went too early. God. Anyway, he can fuck a song up. He done. It's not yet. My God.
I put on the fucking instrumental. It is.
Oh,
right
you
now.
did? Oh,
I didn't realize.
Du hast mich.
That instrumental in the beginning. I was like, I fucked up.
I just imagine the crazy.
Du hast mich.
You hate me. That's what he's saying.
I took a German
Yeah.
class.
What is up, people? This Philly life. Bam. That was Du hast.
That's Czech's best Philly and accent.
That's what we all sound like here in Philadelphia.
I remember we used to just walk around Southern and just blasting that song.
I was part of that crew.
I remember us and the freaks used to do it a lot. You would call them.
Call us to your check.
Give me a better adjective to describe you
You
guys.
literally had a video called SFT Freaks. What else are you supposed to
We're
say?
chains and
Dude, the best
black
part
and
about
listen
that
to
is that they
Slipknot.
just like accepted it. Like we would go to the
No, they got
playground.
pissed. One of them broad like Lamont got absolutely torched. That was over being called the freaks.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
Is that
Don't be
video
freaked
still
out.
on
I'll fuck
YouTube?
you up, Lamont. What? You're a freak.
Sorry
They
for
fought.
interrupting. Is that video still on YouTube?
What? Nah. That was the first fight too. They fought twice.
Oh.
But no,
That caused the fight.
Goodman was the one who filmed that, and he like took it down because he like felt bad having like a fight video on YouTube.
Ah.
That was the
only
worst
over.
fight ever, though.
We'd go up to the playground and it would be like Marshall would be on a cell phone and who's up, dude? He'd be like, I don't know, Dan Jordan, Greg Williams playing basketball, the freaks, they're I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Freaks are up here. I think Kavanaugh and Thorne are over there. Freaks are here. That's how it was. That's what it became.
Yeah.
I saw Kavanaugh earlier. The freaks are around the corner. That's fucked up, but man.
I don't think it, I don't know.
Before
It's the perfect tag. Any of them that try to deny that they were freaks.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just
what
a
was your
joke.
age group? Like, it was like 20 to 13. You guys hung out with a vast majority of ages. You
Well,
guys-
Gothic was big.
There would always be like a random old guy.
We have a friend.
Bo's with us, even though Bo's only like a year or two older than me.
We have a friend who told me that goth was going to go out when goth was big, and he's like, "It's going to go out just like the disco era." He told me in high school. I said, "There's no way. Goth it's went out, hasn't it?"
did, no, definitely. Became vampires.
Like the freaks were
Was it ever
goths.
really that
They
big?
tried. They try. It's so funny how the freaks try to sweep that under the rug now. Like they're all, like some of them are buttoned up guys. Like, no, you were goths. Like we gave you a compliment by saying freaks. That made you sound cool and tough. You were really goths. Like.
Actually, I have an opinion on the goth thing, and I think it's a high school thing. So
Daniel's definitely had a goth
no,
face.
no,
Yeah.
so
Daniels was a skateboarder. Daniels was a skateboarder
these-
for a little while. I don't know when.
once these
Just
He
goths-
tells us that. He told us that. I don't believe that.
just like he was a bowler, just like he was shooting.
He was a
darts.
bowler.
He was definitely a dart shooter for a little while. He was practicing darts. At
He went and got his own bowling ball.
and bowling
That's
shoes
how
and
addictive
bowling bag and
personality
bowling
he has.
button up.
You're in a
All right.
bowling
His name
league?
embroidered.
I could see
What did you
Daniel
have?
being a
Did you
bowling
have?
league.
Did you have Michael Daniels J on there too? Did you add
enough
the
with
J?
the salt and pepper.
Did you ever sell the bowling ball? What is it? What happened to
I
that?
still have it.
Throw that on eBay, dude.
Oh, dude.
No,
Custom made, dude.
no, custom made.
Still take it over to Brunswick
would you
Zone
get
when I
a
when I get
bowling
when I get
ball?
old.
I'll tell you what,
The
it'll-
niece and nephews and ass whooping.
It'll come in. I love for them to be.
I still-
it would come in. It's going to come in handy when Daniels is like 50 and he's just an old fart and he just wants to take the.
That
Hang
is
it up.
never going to come in handy.
I'll hang it
It
up
was
on
just
the
another
old,
addiction in Daniel's life that came in and went out. I would just love to be there the day he ordered that bowling ball. Like, where did you
I
think?
did. I ordered the shoes.
Where
I
did you
bought
get
the
it?
shoes, but the bowling ball was a gift from somebody. I got it custom made to my fingers.
Oh my
Bowling
god!
ball is like the cliche thing that you have around that. It's like, why do you like you have a fucking bowling ball?
Why would you?
Why would it? Well, let me ask you this:
Just
why
waste
would you get a
space.
custom made to your hand? Like me, maybe because I got mittens, but you got normal size human being hands.
Well, think about what you just said. So the guy who gave me the bowling ball was a mitten finger boy.
How do you adjust a ball? Then?
It's rubber.
Rubber.
Somebody
Rubber
gave him
fitted
the
to your
bowling
finger.
ball.
So you take
Are
the
you
rubber.
Wait, are we still talking about bowling balls?
You
Or are we
take the
talking about something
rubber.
else?
You take the rubber out of the ball. You fit it to your finger. You put the rubber back into the ball. Okay.
You're trying to turn me on.
Now it's funny. Before we started this podcast,
Yeah.
we talked about interrupting each other. The first fucking minute. Bowling ball.
Yeah, so I was
That's
waiting
so
for the-
funny. You have a bowling ball. I'm sorry.
You should take that and sit on it.
Man, you're as sharp as a bowling ball. Dude. Soft as a bowling ball. This one guy I used to work with loved that. Man, you soft as a bowling. Man, that's funny, man.
There's a video. There's a video I watched this week. You guys have to see it. Shek's got it up. Shek hasn't seen it yet. I let Shek watch the first 20 seconds. He started to lose it. I said, Shek, we have to wait until we're on the air. So let me give you a background. Pull this up full screen. If you want to find this video, look up man cheating drone. This guy used a drone. He kept dropping his wife off at work. So he used the drone after he dropped her off to find out what she was actually doing. It's all over. It went viral, but this is it. Go ahead and hit
By
play.
the way, Goss was a high school thing. It doesn't continue after high school. That was my point.
Go ahead and hit play.
All right, so we're going to pick this up right here. She leaves our home, and she's going to end up walking all the way down here and around to the CVS parking lot up there. I'm going to fast forward it, even though it's in fast motion. Otherwise, we'll just be here forever. It'll be a long, boring video. Right here, where she's walking this way, usually she walks this way to go to work over here. So when I first saw this, I knew something was up, and I started to get a little bit upset. And sure enough, she was going to meet this sucker. And, here she is
was the
waiting
cocksucker.
at the intersection, waiting at the light for what it seems like forever. And here she is taking her hair out. Got to make herself look pretty. Got to make
my
yourself look pretty
God.
for the guy you're about to cheat on your husband with, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
Unbelievable.
Make
Just
sure
watch.
your hair is all nice. She's brushing her hair. I don't even know what she's doing. She's making her hair. She's pulling her hair out, making sure it looks all nice for this sucker. Now she walks across the
Watch.
street, and this guy is hiding behind the CVS. And as soon as she gets here, he's gonna come out. So I'm assuming she's on the phone with him. That's the only thing I can assume. Because watch, here he comes. There he is. There's the guy asshole that my wife is cheating on me with.
Here he
my
comes,
wife of
running back.
18 years. And watch, if you watch carefully, you're gonna be able to see 18 years go right down the fucking drain.
She's driving behind it.
If you're not paying
Pulls
attention,
up.
you might
She's
miss
about
it.
to
Here
get
it
in the
comes. There he goes. Boom. 18 years. Gone. 18 years. 18 years and just throw it away like that. We had a good marriage. I thought we had a good marriage. Apparently not. 18 years.
Did they just stay parked there?
No.
Does it start rocking?
F you.
He's starting to cry now.
I'd fucking. I'd take the drone and I would make sure it had bombs strapped to it next time and fly it right into the fucking hood of that car.
18 years.
Oh,
Here
that's
it
a
goes. And he
terrorist.
smashes his camera. Look at her get in. What a pig. Isn't that
Oh, she
unbelievable?
went right to the side and say hi to kiss him.
Isn't that
She
fucked
definitely
up?
grabbed his cock. At least this is what's going on in my mind.
Oh, she's knobbing him the
don't
second
care.
they leave.
Oh, is he driving a minivan?
I don't
What a
get it.
fucking pussy this guy must be.
What if
It's
we
an
pulled that
SUV,
it was
dude.
Daniels? Like, I never watched this part. It was Daniels in the car. Could you imagine that?
Wait, what's the license plate on that?
I never get the people that post this shit though. Where?
Dude, he wanted to make her life hell. Why not?
Yeah, fuck her.
Why not at this
Oh
point?
yeah, I mean I get.
Dude,
that
there's only
part,
one
but he
point
looks-
of doing that. Not for evidence. You make that viral. You ruin her
I
life.
think he
over that.
listened to Du Haas right after that.
Definitely do hard.
Too hard, man.
Wait, now, do you imagine if she was going like, she was telling him she was going to CVS, quote unquote, to get a couple fucking throat lozenges. Instead, she was going to go buy him golf clubs or something good. You know what I mean? And was getting them.
No, he clearly knew. He had a drone ready. He knew that she
yeah,
was
this
cheating.
guy was
like-
definitely. That sucks, man.
He
No
bought
pun
the drone.
intended.
Bought the drone just to whistle blow.
whistle blow. Well, yeah, literally. That's oh my god. When I saw that dude, I was crying, laughing. That's unbelievable.
Dude, actually, this is a perfect segue into what happened to me at Wawa tonight.
Okay.
So I stopped at Wawa to get something to eat because I didn't feel like eating here. I just wanted to eat, and then we
No,
could do
because
the
you asked to
podcast.
eat here, and Shek said he didn't have any food. That's what
All
really
right, all
happened.
right.
Go
So
ahead.
anyway, I'm parked in the Wawa, and I wanted to just to trash my hoagie, and I look over, and the guy next to me is laughing, and he's eating too, and he keeps nodding his head, and I'm like, okay, so I keep eating. I look over again, he nods his head again. He starts to roll down the passenger window, and I roll down mine. He's like, hey, hate your wife too? I said, what? He's like, can't stand eating with her. You're just sitting here eating, you're in the button up. I'm like, I said, I'm not even married, dude. He went, oh man, this is what I do. I just come here, get a quick grub before I have to go back to the house. And I went, oh man, cool. And I just rolled my window up. It was so fucking awkward.
Ask the guy to
Hate
get
the old
out
lady
here.
too, huh?
You should have told that
This-
guy to come here. Just tell the story from his end for just 2 minutes.
I hate the old lady too.
But I'm
There's definitely so many people like that in Summerlin. I always love being at like Sweeney's and you just look and you see the guy just sitting at the bar by himself.
Wife thinks he's at
Not
overtime.
even,
Yep.
just
He's getting
looking.
wings and beers.
I remember when we were working late at at my job.
That's
we
what
were
you
working
called
late. It was like 7:30 at night. We were doing something, and my manager's like, "Home, wait, you'll get your iPhone for me, please. You got a good camera on that?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Take a picture of me." I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "Just so my wife knows that I'm not at the bar because I got to send this to her." I'm like,
my
"Jesus!"
God. Oh my
I started
God.
cracking up. He started laughing. You know, it was like a joke.
well,
but-
this guy, he gets a quick bite to eat and then goes probably straight to bed without talking to her. Because if he knows he sits down with it at the kitchen table, she's either giving him shit or whatever's going on in that fucking marriage. Think about how bad that is.
Dude, chicks are doing now. They can go on your iPhone, and they can turn on find like Corso. You would never, ever, ever know. You're just not. You're too big of a buffoon. It would be so easy to go on your iPhone and go to find friends and just add. Like girlfriends can just add themselves, and they can track your phone.
Well, you're an idiot because I do know what Find My Friends is. And I told my girlfriend, I said, she said, "Oh, so let me just go on your phone. I'm going to turn it on." I said, "No, you're not.
Yeah, I never. I said
Never
no.
in a million years would you turn on Find My Friends."
It's so
and get me.
stupid. Yeah.
No
Well,
thanks.
and if there's like apps you can download if you have access. If you get access on someone's phone, you download this app, then you can go on their phone from your computer.
Yeah, that was on
Hack
Shark
their
Tank.
I
Yeah, you
know
can hack
about
it,
that
like,
too.
easy as
Yeah,
shit.
I've heard about horror stories with that too.
What are you using it, something?
No, I've heard about it.
I saw that on Shark Tank, but they used it for like locking up
Yes.
vital information instead of like locking up like basically text messages of
Yeah.
the infidelity.
How now? There's one person in my mind that this would be horrific for, and I'm not going to say their name, but he listens, and I
know
could just
you're
imagine
God,
how
yeah.
bad
Oh
this would
my
be for
God.
him. My God,
He's got 7
Wait, by the way, all of our
variations.
friends,
Thing is,
girls, by the way, if there's any of our friends, close friends that are listening to this, don't worry about it. If you're engaged or anything,
it ain't
like that.
them.
Yeah.
But no, that's so funny though.
After I said that, I realized it could be anybody because I didn't
Yeah.
name the person.
That's crazy, man.
No, you know what I don't like? So I didn't even mean to do this, but my iPhone, since I upgraded to the new system, like let's say like a month ago or whatever, it tells me like it'll say when I get in my car in the morning because I go to work around the same time. It says 15 minutes to my job, the address at my place, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll notice when I'm leaving work, it even because I've been going because it's football season. I coach, so I go right to where I coach. It says the time. It knows that I go from my house to work at a certain time and how much traffic there's going to be. It knows
Yep.
that when I leave work, I go to Ryan, to where I coach, and then it knows how long it takes even when I want to go to the gym after that.
Yep.
It's like, I don't like that, dude. I don't do
Oh.
that shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
but Waze, if I'm leaving, like I leave the same time every morning before I even turn Waze on, because there's 3 different variations to go to work, and Waze apparently picks up the quickest time, less traffic. When I even hit Waze, it says, "Hey, Mike, heading to work." It's like, how does it know that?
I don't like
nuts.
that, dude.
Yeah.
It even knows when I'm heading to school too.
I don't like that at all.
No,
Not in the
I don't
least
like the idea of being tracked either.
bit. No. I have to figure it. Matter of fact, Sutton, you're going to have to weasel your way through my phone and turn that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about our
can,
one buddy?
I'm trying to find it now.
I missed there was like a 4:00 family party and we were golfing, and I said I couldn't go to the family party, and we golfed at like 9 in the morning, and it was done at 1, and my mom was like, your grandmom saw at like 1 o'clock. You were already like at McGurk's.
Look at this.
It was when we golfed on 9/11. I was like, yeah, well, it ended early, and she's like, well, just say it ended early. Like that's just something stupid
Yeah.
that I didn't even think, and I was like, you know what? That's it. She's fucked.
You can look at this. This is everywhere I've been. Google has everywhere I've been.
Check. That looks like Philly and California, and that's it.
What? That's pretty much right. But look,
Why
you
does it
got
say a preschool at 1 in the
there's a
morning?
road trip. But I'm saying, look, you can
Last
do,
night.
All right, let's just pick a day.
Every dumpster in Iowa.
Just picking.
Budfield in Colorado.
Why is it the bunny
See,
bunny
look,
ranch in
like
fucking
down,
Las
uh,
Vegas?
Oh, there's the gay bar he talked about 2 episodes ago.
Get off this. Get off.
This is this it? I mean, no.
Where the fuck are you looking? In the middle of
This
the
is
boonies
California.
in California.
No, I was gonna say that's the grow house. I'm probably gonna show.
California.
the
Look, here's
grow
Faison's-
house.
Faison's house down here.
Keep
Look.
moving.
I thought it was on the beach.
But look, I just.
Walking
But
distance.
no one really knows this. You look, it's like google.com/map/timeline, and
Slash for
it
following.
just shows you can put a date, and it just shows where you were. Google they tracks everywhere you're at.
I don't like
all
that.
the time.
Dude, I took an environmental science class before, and you, like one of the projects was like how you would get off the grid. It's impossible. You can't. We
No.
have our one buddy, Chris. I'm trying to stay off the grid as much as possible. So. Like,
Yeah,
what?
you can't stay off the grid.
You're not going to be able to get off the grid.
Nobody
Unless you
cares. Oh, let's correct this. No one cares if you're on the grid. Okay, quit making it
go,
out
"Son,
like
I'm trying to get off the grid.
no people that say they're trying to stay off the grid. That's their way of like trying to be like so on the grid that they're like so. Shut up.
I can
That's
begin
I-
to explain to you. I'm sorry, Shaq. I can
Yeah.
begin to explain how you get off the grid. Move to fucking Kentucky, and in the middle of a cabin. Like that's basically how you're doing.
Throw your
Well,
phone in
Not,
the
not
water.
sitting in Valley Forge or
You
Philadelphia.
can't use credit cards. You can't use your credit card. You got to use
Yeah.
cash for everything. You
off
can't bring
the
your
grid.
phone.
That's the stupidest thing I've
Off
seen
the
possible.
grid.
I remember one of my friends used to always complain about the fucking before they admitted all the government like viewing everyone's shit, and I would always joke with him like, no one wants to. Like it's just some idiot from Summerton. Like no one wants to watch your shit. No one's listening to your phone calls.
Yeah.
Like he would freak out. Like don't say anything on the phone, dude. Listen. Or
That's schizophrenia, man. Whoever that is, man. Jesus Christ.
Shit.
I was reading. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was reading about there was this like crime that went on. There was this like big syndicate or whatever, and what it boiled down to was they had all the guys that were involved up on the stand, and they couldn't really prove why they were up, like what they did, that they were involved in it, and then they just were like, well. Okay, we're just going to go to this real quick. It was like the government's last stand on how they were going to bring them down. And they went to their phones and they were like, well, explain to me why you were in this area. What are the chances that all four of you guys were in the area of the crime within a quarter mile, all in the same night, all at the same time that it happened? And you said you weren't, and it was like they were all sitting there with their bowls in their hands. And they're like, all right, I plead guilty. Can I change my mind? Like, it's like,
It's not like The Godfather 2 when he shoots the guy, puts the gun down someone's smoke chimney, and goes back to his house and he doesn't get caught.
Yeah, no.
it's not like that anymore.
No. Hasn't been for quite some time.
well, it kind of is. Depends where you're at. We were just watching a video of Trey Gowdy explaining how in a lot of these bad neighborhoods how no one's cooperating with cops and
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
big problem.
Right.
Except it says people will do that, and people are like, I didn't see anything. But
Yeah,
okay, we're not going to find anybody who did it for you.
yeah.
did you kill yourselves?
It's it's the beginning of flu season. Well, they say it technically starts in like September. Can you remember a time when you were like the sickest you ever were? Because the sickest I ever was this year. I shit my pants in bed next to my girlfriend.
He is the biggest fucking baby when it comes to you are.
I was going for 4 straight days, and I went, wait, I got a problem here. And I tried to lean over, and I went, and I leaked it, and I felt hot white mud, literally lump mud, start dripping down my thigh. And I looked at her, and I went, dude, like that. And I went,
You're such a fucking
I went, I'm
baby.
fucking,
was this
looked like this? I went, I'm fucking shitting myself. And I fucking was. I shit myself. We had to change everything, all of our bed stuff. I was going in the bathroom. You want to talk about embarrassing? I was throwing up in between my thighs and like South Park with my legs over my head. Shit my brain.
balls!
Oh
my
We
God.
lived together for 6-7 months, and the next day I'm like, dude, did that like freak you out? Like, you probably never heard anybody shit like that. Like, it was. Yeah, Daniels, it's a little bit different, dude.
Wait, well, Daniels, I think I know when you're going to say yours.
I know you probably do, but Sutton, what caused the pants shit? You sneeze, cough, like what happened?
No, man, I don't know how. I
He's a
just went.
fucking baby.
No,
He's such
of course
a
so.
baby.
No, I'm telling you, dude. I had legit food poisoning for 3 days. I don't know what caused it. I was laying in
Leaked
bed.
out.
I was laying in bed, dude. Like fucking Corso said this analogy. I swear to God, so long ago, we were probably 14. He said he was so fucked up on like Robitussin, so sick one morning. He woke up and felt like he was in a bowl. Do you remember that,
Yes,
Corso?
I took so much NyQuil.
That's how fucked up I was. I couldn't get out of bed.
I
And I
must have
figured I was
overdosed.
just going to let one slide through. And literally, all I did was open my fucking sphincter, probably a millimeter, and it went. And it was just literal mud. And then at that point, I said, "Fuck this," and I went. And you'd be amazed how much shit can come out with a. Like if you let it go,
What?
dude, it was straight mud gas. And I told her right away. I said, "Dude, I just fucking shit myself. Like I really did shit myself." Remember we used to talk to Corso about shitting yourself, and he said, "You're not a man if you haven't shit yourself before." Well, guess what, big fella? I have shit myself now.
You're officially a man. Wait, so
Can you think of the last time you were really sick?
the last time I was really, really sick, if you want to say the last time,
In the head or physically?
Physically. It was perfect timing too, because it couldn't have been at a worse time. I went away on a ski trip up to Vermont, and I don't know if anybody's gone to Vermont where we're at in Philadelphia. It's about 7 hours something. Would you say?
It's where you go to ski on the East Coast, right?
So usually you leave around 3:00 in the morning. It takes about 7 hours. You get to the ski slopes at like 10. You have most of your stuff on. All you gotta do is throw a jacket on, grab your skis, and you walk up to the lodge. Well, it was 3:00 in the morning. We left. I'll never forget. We were leaving Wawa, and I ate. The guy had brought in pizza, cold pizza. It was like, here, everybody has some. I had some of the cold pizza at 3 a.m. I woke up an hour and a half later and was like, I felt this pain, and I was sweating, and it was in the middle of fucking February. I said, pull over. I get out. Oh! I lost half the pizza slice. Got back in the car, passed out. Woke up another hour later and got out. Oh! And puked again.
That definitely had some come on it, man, or something, dude.
So then we get up, as we're going up to the ski slope, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to ski because I'm puking the entire way. Like every hour on the hour, I'm puking. And we called the hotel to see if we could get the hotel early. And the guy at the hotel was like, sorry, you can't have it. It was some like Indian guy. And dude, I sat in the truck while they skied for 6 hours, and every 45 minutes I'd get out of the car and I would vomit next to the car. There was all kinds of colors on the snow.
Yeah, of course. I had the same thing, man.
It was horrible.
But were you shitting your underwear out or no?
I'll tell you what.
I had
the only
runs.
thing I knew,
every hole in my body shit was coming out of it.
Eyeballs, ears. No, the only thing I knew in my mind that I had to do was that when I was going to puke, because I was really, you know what it's like when you're really gagging. I was squeezing my asshole so tight because if I shit my pants, I was really in trouble. Like I was already in a bad way, but I knew that things could get worse. So I was squeezing my asshole so tight. I was like,
shit your pants in ski pants locked in an F-150.
There's nothing because there was nowhere you could go. Where do you go then?
I'm shit's quick without a paddle, man. That's where you go.
If your stomach is trying to focus on getting all this throw up out, how does any muscle work? Like you should have been shitting your pants. Like everything should have just gave in while you were that sick.
Dude, it was the worst, dude. I'll never forget it. And then to top all that off, after they're done skiing, by the way, they're sending me pictures of them skiing, and then they were sending me pictures of them crushing beers at the lodge. I'm going, guys, can we go back, please? I get it, you guys want to booze, but I'm dying here. All right. So they drove me to the CVS, which was 25 fucking minutes away. And I went in and got this medicine. I was in the middle of the store and I was so dehydrated. I went sprint. I gave the shit to the guy to buy. I went sprinting outside and I looked around and there was moms and kids by the storefront. And I went, oh! And I puked right in the middle of the parking lot. It was the last time I puked. It was horrible, dude.
God,
it was one of the worst trips and worst fucking times ever.
I wish when they were sending you pictures of them skating and drinking beers, you did shit your pants and took a picture of like, glad you're having fun. I just shit my undies.
Yeah, in your F-150.
Smeared it on your steering wheel.
What's that fucking vine? In your goddamn panties. In your fucking
Shaq and
panties.
Daniels?
No,
in your six stories?
In your panties.
I got
in your
only thing I
panties.
can think of is freshman year at Temple, and we went to Wing Bowl. And the night before Wing Bowl, my brother, I guess, my brother decided to have a party like for the night before. So I went over, started drinking at like 8 o'clock at night for Wing Bowl, which is 7 o'clock in the morning.
This is growing up a bad shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just drank all night, and then we went to Wing Bowl, which is, for most people should know. Because
Mardi Gras in a stadium, man.
But yeah,
Tits
it's
and
just a
wings
bunch of
and
idiots
booze.
eating as many wings as they can.
Right.
But by the time we
Throw
got
up
there,
there.
I'm like falling asleep in the chair and shit, fucking just so wasted. I remember looking down, and Lamott's on the fucking stage.
I was at that Wing
next to
Bowl.
Jeremiah Trotta, handing wings.
Handing
to the fucking
wings.
crowd.
This is one of our friends.
was at
He
that
managed
Wing
to sneak his way onto the stage.
He stole a VIP lanyard is what happened. Got on the little area on the ground and then got on the stage. We saw him on the fucking bus.
Feed and trotter.
But yeah, after that, I think it was just because I was fucking up, so like got no sleep and just so wasted. I got like some bug or something. I was sick for the whole week after that.
Yep.
And I was in my dorm like chugging Gatorade, and then I was like, whoa, and I ran out into my hallway and I couldn't make it to the bath because the bathroom we has like a community bathroom. I couldn't make there, so I just got to the trash can and I'm just sitting there just puking red.
Just firewall. Just
and I
absolute.
look up, like my fucking room, like a dude living on my floor.
The RA.
Yeah, just watch me.
Yeah, busting it.
Oh,
Well, Daniels, you tell us some of yours. I know you got a good one.
salmonella.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was going into my senior year of high school. That was like in late August, like just before school started. It was the worst. Shoving suppositories up my asshole, because I couldn't keep anything
Still
down.
do that.
well,
It was so uncomfortable.
You were working. Well, how'd you get? You were working at Acme, right? And you were working in the meat
Oh,
cutting
yeah,
department. And you were touching poultry, and this nitwit with dirty hands grabs a bag of chips, starts eating chips. And he fucking said, he's like, then you say like an hour later, you were like, oh, I feel it grumble in your stomach. Oh, and you just run to the
That was horrible. That was like 1 week straight of just shoving suppositories up my asshole. He just.
Corso, when Sheck mentioned the fact that he threw up in the hallway at the room, what did you do in a hotel room hallway you were telling us about recently when you were so fucked up after the wedding? You got to hear how disgusting
No.
this is.
Are you talking about when I was at Penn State? I was at Penn State and I was visiting my girlfriend, and I got so fucked up, and I'll never forget. Like, it was in the middle. And she slept. She had a single bed. Her rooms were so small. I remember I woke up all uncomfortable. And I'm like, well, and you know what it's like when you wake up in the morning. Like, it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're
Still shit bricks.
and you're like, whoa, and your body knows, like, wake up, go. I ran into the bathroom.
That's the worst time.
Yeah, it is. And it's like crack acid dawn. I'm puking in the bathroom, and I'll never forget, like, I stumbled out and was like sweating, drip coming. Oh, it was horrible. You know what it's like? It's just all that sweat coming off your nose. And I remember I walked down the hallway and I realized I was going to puke again, but I was like, oh, I felt so sick. I just laid on the floor in the hallway and laid there, and I grabbed a towel off of her door, and I was laying there using the towel as a pillow. And I remember I woke up again like a half hour later and had to puke. I had no power to get up. I just opened the blanket, puked into the blanket, rolled it up into a ball, and laid there again on the floor.
You know what? This goes to show you how big of drunks we are. That is not the story I'm talking about. I'm talking about after the wedding when you fell asleep in the hallway and you woke up starving and couldn't get in anyone's room. What you did. Listen to this.
Now, this wasn't after weddings. When we went to Atlantic City for our friend Calhoun's, it was like his 24th birthday, and we went down there, and so in the middle of the night, I don't know what happened. I must have been sleepwalking, but I pushed the food cart out of the room. So I guess they ordered. No, not even a food cart. I don't know what happened. I went out in the hallway. I was in no shirt. I was in my dress pants and no shoes. And I was standing in the middle of the hallway, and ka-dunk, the door closed, and I realized, I turned around, and I'm like, oh my God, the door's closed. I started banging on the door, and all these drunks were passed the fuck out, and nobody was letting me in. I was out there for 40 minutes or something, like banging on the door. I just laid in the hallway, and then I was so like drunk and hungry, I ate some food off somebody else's fucking food cart.
What a
That
dick.
makes me want to fucking puke, dude.
I was eating like fries and roast beef, dipping it in horseradish sauce. Creamy
Oh my
horseradish.
God.
Speaking of
I'm gonna
that-
fucking throw up.
Speaking of being that loaded, how great is it, like, when you wake up the next morning and you have no recollection of what happened, but you look around, you just know you still got your wallet, still got a phone, still got, like, your shoes at least.
Maybe half a cold hoagie in the
Oh,
fridge. Like
that's
something
that's
that.
like the best feeling opposed
That's
to, like,
sad.
waking up and
That's where
knowing.
we're at.
Knowing.
The best feeling in the
Actually,
world is
what's
waking
worse,
up after
how about
the-
this,
having
waking
your
up-
I got it all, babe.
How about waking up to a phone call from a police officer, and you're like, oh, hello, and it's, hi, this is Sergeant,
Peppers?
Oshkowitz from the Seattle City County Police. We have your wallet down here. Somebody handed it in, and you're like, oh. And
That
you
happened
started
to you?
Yeah, it happened this summer. I started grabbing my pants, and I'm like, oh my God, I got no wallet. And I had to go down and meet this guy. Everything was gone. Actually, no. All my money, I know I had about $150 in there. It was all gone. And then,
They turned in the wallet.
they turned in the wallet empty.
everything out.
And the only thing they took, which really pissed me off, was my Starbucks card that I had forever. It was like a special edition Starbucks card made out of bamboo.
That's actually
They took
really
my
funny.
fucking card that I
Made
was
out of-
saving it for.
Special edition Starbucks card made out of bamboo, and this guy hates Hillary supporters. Oh my goodness gracious! Great balls of fire.
How about not the police detective or whoever calling you for your wallet, but calling you for a buddy?
Wait, how
AKA, you
how
know
funny
who.
is that? What a medium between doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing. They returned the wallet. They handed in the wallet. At some point, somebody went to the police station and said, "Hey, man, I found this wallet." After they stole everything out of it,
Yeah.
except for the ID.
This is what I got to say about it. If
That's funny.
I was to find a wallet and there was $40 in there, the $40 is coming home with the big dog here. But if
Really?
yes, if I found the
See, I
wallet,
wouldn't do that.
No, because it's a little tip for handing the wallet back in. But if I
Well, you give it back to them with 40 and hope that they're going
Yeah.
to like give you 20 or 40. But
I'm
I would
also-
never take it
I'm
out.
gonna
for
fill up
certain
my
ever.
tank with gas with a
Someone-
credit card too.
That's
I mean, that's a
that
given.
completes the good deed. I would just take the wallet. I'd
Yeah.
take the whole
I
wallet.
remember when I was doing Lyft, some chick
He
left.
acts
her,
like you still don't. Go ahead, check.
she left her wallet in my car, and then I I got like an email from Lyft like saying, she was like, oh, do you have my wallet? And I was like, yeah, I have it. But I remember that week I was like, I didn't have any money. So I used her money to buy like food for that week. But then by the time I got paid by the time I met up with her, so I just like replaced it all.
Sure.
That's all right.
I
That's
don't
good.
buy that.
But there's
for
no
a
way
minute.
he replaced her.
I drove. no, I
Please
wrote
listen
that.
and email us.
I
and say
drove
you
it to
didn't.
her. She didn't give me shit though. Drove all the way to fucking USC. Didn't give me shit.
USC.
that's
How
not
far
right.
was UFC from you? USC.
It was kind of far, but I was working at the time. I was like delivering around there, so it wasn't that big deal.
Oh, so you dually delivered and left?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Can you imagine USC?
People are like 50,000 students.
Probably 50K. I think so.
I think Arizona would be incredible. There's like 80,000
Oh
students.
yeah,
Everybody
My
gets
brother's
accepted.
been there. He said it's out of this world. Out of this world.
And you're in the middle of, I mean, there really is nothing
I think it
other
was
than
USA.
probably like
It was one of them colleges.
UCLA or something.
My cousin's been all over the world. And when I say that, I mean all over the world. Not when people from United States. Yeah, man, I've been to California, Wisconsin, and Chicago. No, he's been to fucking everywhere in
Been to
Europe.
Trenton.
All over the place. His old man took them everywhere. He's so lucky. He's been to fucking Africa. Who else has been to Africa? Okay, Egypt. He's been to Egypt.
Been to Little
He's been.
Africa,
When I
New
say
York.
everywhere, everywhere. And he said that that when you're young, like under your 30s, he's you have to go out to Lake Havasu. Shaq, did you ever hear about Lake Havasu when you were in California?
No.
I mean, it's in Arizona, but it's a big place where a lot of West people go. They go out to Lake Havasu. Dude, if you look up videos on YouTube, it's pretty nuts. Pretty crazy. But Lake Havasu's out there, of course, so that's a big, like, Arizona spot.
Well, you know what's funny? You brought that up about we were going to make a trip out there or something. I was like, oh, let's go. And then we were texting in a group message to like go figure out where we want to go. And I'm like, guys, we got to go there. It was awesome. It was like a lake. It was on like a lake, you know, because they don't have any oceans.
Yeah.
And it was a huge party, like water slides. Like there's just people running around, young people. It looked awesome. And I'm like, we got to go there. He texted me on the side because I was like all about it. And you texted me later and was like, no, dude, you got to understand. I threw that in a group message. That was like spring break. It's the only time to go out there.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It was a
I mean,
great sales pitch.
Right.
Really, I
No.
would have bought a plane ticket that night. That's how good of a salesman he is.
It's 100% true. Like you would never go to Lake Havasu in December or January. There's a couple weekends, like they have festivals there, and then they have spring break and stuff. But on those times, it is absolute insanity. They actually have boat. My cousin, something about, and he listens, so maybe he'll tell me what it is. But something about boat bridges where people will go out there that have money and they'll park. There's like hundreds and hundreds of yachts. And you could just walk on other people's boats. Like you could do a bar crawl on other people's boats. You can just keep walking for miles and miles and miles on boats. How cool is that?
Stumble for miles and miles after
How the hell is everyone loaded? Get back into the
miles
docks.
and
Jesus.
miles and miles. Isn't that a song?
I can go for miles
and miles. I can go for miles. You saw that line. That's
Yeah,
the
that
Who.
was Who, yeah.
I
That was
can
the-
go for miles. That's another great song. Of course,
Oh,
I
wait,
hate
the
that.
Who. I was kind of wrong about them. They were pretty good. The Eminence Flow is a fucking great song.
Eminence front.
Eminence front. Yeah.
Eminence
Eminence
Front.
Front.
It's a put
It's a
GMC, man. How much are they paying them for that? That's all. I literally associate GMC to Eminence front.
Well, what's the Viagra tune? Isn't it like that's another good song too? And I always think of
What?
Viagra.
Boom,
Dude's
boom,
fucking
boom.
straight.
You got a bone or boom? That one?
No, I don't know what the fuck. It's like it's whatever it is. It's boom, boom, whatever. I don't fucking.
Viagra.
You definitely would know. Daniels, don't you take Viagra?
Eminence.
Have you guys been watching these fucking social justice warriors, like the liberal tears and shit?
Yes, please
Oh my
put the
God.
one on check.
I just want.
With the guy
Please
Pump
watch this.
This is the.
Look at this
slave.
pig.
It has to be a joke. I do not believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself, and I'm not kidding. You better fucking fix this shit right now. I literally am gonna die. I need an ambulance. I can't believe.
What a fucking idiot! Like loser! Like dude,
Luther. Corso really means loser when he says it gay
is,
like
dude.
that.
You
When
gotta
he
be
says it
kidding
gay
me with
like
that.
that, he means it.
look. Here's the point. You fucking dude, give the guy a fucking chance for Christ's sake. They all think it's the end of the world.
Start crying
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the first 100 days.
Seriously, I mean, come on.
Bitch. Bitch.
People were. It's so funny. I watched another video where it was a Black Lives Matter protest, and it's all white people, and this black guy goes up and he starts filming it, and this old white guy comes up.
Yeah, it's so
he's
funny.
like, I saw you talking to that cop over there. You're a disgrace.
Yeah. Like,
So he starts arguing with
talking
him,
to the cop.
and then the guy stops filming, and then the video ends, or they show a news report. The news came out. The black guy ends up getting beat up by all the white
Black Lives Matter.
Black-
people.
Black Lives Matter.
Unbelievable. I mean, really? Come on.
Your life matters.
Yeah,
Your life
beat his ass.
beating him up.
It's ridiculous. It's really a shame.
Don't they know what fucking? Can't we just allow ourselves to let us know what's best for us? Why
Let's not go off on this.
I don't want to
totally.
get
Oh my
I'll get
god.
fucking bent out of shape. I already
Of course,
fucking.
there's gonna be a-
Do the Black Lives
Can
Matter
we just
podcast after
can we
this.
just all just live in our own countries with our own race?
Tune into our after hours
Wait,
political
wait, wait.
debate. Yeah, fuck that.
No, thank you.
What's that guy's
Sean
name?
Hannity.
Gavin McInnes or something? That guy was the man.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome, dude. He is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Is it evidence?
Is it evidence from? I don't know.
Wait, what's
Check,
the
what's the minute
what's
mark?
What is the
What's
thing?
the minute mark?
Minute mark?
What are you saying over
I was
there?
saying like when a savant, or no, when a Rembrandt, right? That's the commercial.
Oh yeah, when a
With the G-
Rembrandt needs to paint his picture, but he can't get his cock hard. He starts to take the blue pill, and then he can pump his wife full of lead.
So how about
That was
something
it.
shit in his pants?
I know. He's such a fucking
Daniels,
bitch. You really are a
love shit.
pussy.
You love shit, man, Daniels. You can't get enough. Corso, when you started telling your story, he was holding his breath, like sweating, trying not to laugh. Just let that shit go, man. Right in the microphone. It's funny.
There's nothing better than your descriptive paragraph of just goo.
Hot
After
mud
a
goo.
little, after a little,
Hot mud shit goo.
you don't know
That's
how
all
much
it
you
was.
come out as a little. I lost it
Wait,
after that.
Speaking about, I remember. So we're down the shore. We're at my girlfriend's house, and she's got a deck on top of the shore house,
Here we
three
go.
floors up. We're there late. The bar's closed. It's like 3:30 in the morning. We're down in Wildwood, and I'm like, "Come on, let's pop a shot. Let's go." And we're partying up or whatever. And him and I we take one, and I'm like, "Let's try this." And I know he's got a weak stomach, so I throw a little Bombay Sapphire gin into a shot glass. I'm like, "Come on, just take it. Don't smell it. Come on, if you smell it, you're not gonna want to take it." He's like, "All right, fine."
Big shot. It was a double shot at least.
I took the shot, and by the time it hit my lips, it went down. I swallowed back, and I looked to my left. He was already over the deck. Oh, puking off the deck. Do you
We
remember
argued
that?
for like 5 minutes over this shot, and he wouldn't shut up. And his girlfriend was like, "Just leave him the fuck alone. He doesn't want to do the shot." So anyway, in my mind, I'm like, I know I'm getting sick. This is so fucking pointless. And he's, "Come on, pussy, let's go. Whatever. We're down the shore. We're being a fucking. Come on, man. It's a good pussy." For 5 straight minutes, I'm like, "Fuck." The second, yeah. I mean, I probably got down a quarter of it, and it fucking. I was thrown off the third story.
That's one of the hardest I've ever laughed. I was laying on the ground laughing at how funny. Because I think people. I don't know about you guys.
Sapphire gin.
People gagging. To me, is one of the funniest things ever. As they're like trying not to puke, I think it's the fucking funniest. Because not much gets me sick. Not much can.
Of course, I remember
fucking-
your
what do you do for
your
a living?
girlfriend's
No
college
shit.
graduation.
Work with
Oh,
dead bodies
Daniels,
all
yeah.
day.
Well, what do you want to elaborate? Go ahead.
No, you can. I just was thinking that reminded me of Sutton throwing up off the dock.
Well, you didn't throw up.
Yeah, when I took the Jack Daniels, I grabbed your shirt, acting like I was cool, and started chugging the Jack Daniels, and then I stopped and immediately realized what I was doing. It hit my brain. I just went all off the side of the deck.
Daniels literally, dude, for the first, I guess, we've been friends for a long time now, but you couldn't take shots up until, maybe you were, 23. And when I saw him grab the Jack like this and put it to his lips, my eyes lit up because I knew what was going to come after that. And that's exactly what happened. You puked your ass off.
Were either of you guys there when we drank that bottle of rum at my house and I put whiteout on it because we drank it in 2 minutes and we all signed our names in whiteout?
I was there.
It was a clear bottle. I remember the next weekend, Daniels was there. We were boozing at my house again. My parents were getting loaded at Quartet, and we were drinking. And this is when we started finding out, because originally Daniels couldn't do shots. Now he's like Mr. Whiskey guy, but there was a time where he couldn't do shots. And I distinctly remember, like it was yesterday, the next weekend we're telling everyone, we're like, dude, we flushed this bottle in 3 minutes. So gay. We all wrote our names on it, and I still have it in my basement collecting dust. But anyway, I'm like, yeah, let's do some shots again. I took out my mom's fucking VO, and everyone got 4 shots, and we ripped them, and Burke tapped me. The second Burke was done, he went, there he goes, man. And we watched Daniels just, yeah! We all threw ours back, and Daniels got lost. He went right in my back room. We heard the bathroom door open and shut. He was puking. He came out with the water tears. He went, I can't fucking drink them anymore, man.
I'll never
Burke went,
forget.
there he goes, man. There he goes.
I'll never forget Sharky, our first year at Penn State Altoona. This kid, he would rip shots, throw up 4 times, and then be ready to go again. It was just ungodly. I don't know how. It was disgusting, too. He would take 4 in a row, throw up, say, all right, I'm ready again. And it was just the definition of just
Daniels,
glutton, alcohol.
The most fucked up you and I were together, and that's crazy to say. Think about how many times. But probably the most fucked up we ever were together was before school even started at Altoona when we got that case of Steel Reserve.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
Talk about a
We
hell
have
of
to
a hell.
get Steel Reserve when we're in Vegas for Marshall's bachelor party.
No.
Everyone do a pounder.
No.
Corso, it twists things up like you wouldn't fucking believe.
No shit.
They have great,
No.
they have great ones now.
1 pounder, 1 pounder of Steel Reserve, and it's like you don't know what the fuck people are going to turn into. It's unbelievable. Remember Sharky was like naked, ripping open his trash, like, motherfucker! Like, we woke up in the middle of the night. He took like 9 showers. He wanted to jump off his balcony. We were like, what the fuck? Like, I'm too loaded to stop you. Fucking.
I was holding on to his undies for.
Yeah, oh my
gonna
God.
jump
We
off.
woke up, trash was all over the place. His roommate, who actually cared about school and wanted an education, which is a joke up there, he like came in kicking shit around, like, oh, this is how it's going to be, huh, guys? Like, this is real great, man. School didn't even start yet. This was the first Thursday.
It's fucking crazy how different alcohol does affect you like that. Where I remember for a fucking while, we were drinking like tequila every night. Me and,
Oh,
like
baby.
Sereno and shit. And every night would end with 2 people fighting. And then we were like, all right, we got to stop drinking all this tequila. Like,
Yeah, oh,
You know,
absolutely.
the different liquor will do it to you, man. I'm telling you right now. I'm a firm
Well, let me
believer
say
in
something. Because like I know that there's no myth when it comes to wine with me. Wine, I absolutely get weird, and liquor gets me trashed. But whiskey specifically, whiskey's my big no-go. That's a problem. When I go whiskey, problem. It runs in my family. Whiskey's not good for me to drink. I really turn into a fucking a-hole. But what's yours? Does anything like if you get handed something? Do you ever like is tequila? Is anybody like really
Well,
that bad
when
off
we were
tequila?
in,
I'm a
when
fucking
we were in
weirdo
Montreal,
with
remember when
tequila,
I was
but I'm
being
not going to fight
dickhead?
anybody.
It could have been totally the fact that I had like 7 shots of tequila. But remember when we were up in Montreal this past summer, and I was acting like
We
a
were
dickhead?
running from you. We couldn't run from Corso in Montreal.
And I don't know how,
We tried
because
to
there's no way.
It's more populated than Philadelphia. We couldn't believe that when we got up there. They have more people than we do. And we tried to run from Corso. We heard the bells jing in this fucking Irish dive, and I saw it was Corso with his backwards hat and his beard. I went, God, he found us. Like, we had run from this guy. Yeah, you were a real piece of shit. What were you drinking that
It was
day?
tequila.
Oh,
Real
baby.
piece of shit.
I was being a fucking asshole.
That
Nah, I
means
did have
we
like
have
7.
to get
It could've-
tequila for Vegas for Corso.
Just shut up, dude. No, 'cause I want to have a good time, not fucking try and fight you guys.
Miles and miles and miles.
That's a little. It's about breaky poo time.
Yeah, let's take a
a
break.
little break.
all right.
All right, guys.
Good night.
Boom! And we're back. I thought you stole my Keystone. You got my empty one.
Shaq, how old are you? What was Shaq's birthday's the day
Almost
after Christmas?
28. I'm 27.
He'll be 28 the day after Christmas. He's still sucking down Keystone Lights.
Hey, I'm not
When's the
drinking
last
Natty
time-
Light, all right?
When's the last time as a collective group you think we got a 30 of Keystone Light, you think?
16 years
20.
old.
20 years
16, you think?
16. I haven't drank that since I was 16. Because I actively hated it back then.
Shaq still, you like it, don't you, Shaq? Well, it's Coors Light. It's just dented Coors
At least
Light.
the Lions Head give you a
Remember
puzzle.
that? Remember that myth? It's just
I go Lions
dented
Head.
Coors Light.
It is.
You
Dude.
know that for a fact.
Yeah.
All it is
Tastes the
just,
same.
dude, it's probably the bottom of the barrel Coors, so they figured out another way to sell it, and it's for cheaper.
I got Coors Light at a Applebee's once, and I asked the guy. I said, "Is this really Coors Light?" He's like, "No, they're literally kegs of Keystone."
He admitted that to you. Why didn't you just say I asked for a fucking Coors Light?
I did. I asked for a Coors Light. I said, "Is this really Coors Light?" He said, "No, it's a Keystone keg."
That's what I'm saying. He's admitting to you he didn't get you what you got.
No.
Well,
If
he
you
said
really-
that's our Coors Light.
I'm
I
thinking.
didn't care. I'm
That's
glad he was
their
honest.
Coors Light.
Here, this is what
You
I'm
get a
thi-
Bud, they give you a fucking shot of Goldschlager. That's our Bud.
No,
That
this
has nothing to do.
would
Shaq's
it
pouring
make
shots
would
of
it make
this
sense that
absolute
it, like okay, it's the
disgusting
bottom of the
shit.
barrel Coors Light that they otherwise would get rid of because it's not good quality. So they pour it into a can and they sell it for cheaper under another label. It's just like with anything.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
because dude, if Miller or Beast
I just
Light
thought it was
is Miller
I just
Lite.
thought it was a Burke bullshit myth when we were kids. They're all dented fucking Coors Light cans.
Yeah, give
I
Daniels
just,
the extra. We don't want that. Here, give me the rest, Shaq. You fucking. There he is, right there. Yeah, pour it in there, bud.
all right, this week's going to be a shot of Fireball. Throwing it back. I haven't had Fireball since the Coldplay concert.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, that
keeping it
sounds like a great
classy.
time, dude.
Tears was there. It was awesome.
Such a dork.
My Fireball and my Keystone, classy up in here.
Were you drinking out of this Fireball thing? Is this going to be like denture water with
We
fucking?
drank out of it
floaters
last
of
week,
bologna?
son. We all took a shot.
Just to elaborate a little bit on the Coldplay
Stop, you
concert, I
pussy.
saved my Snapchats and we'll put them on jshack.com. They were amazing.
Yeah, well, we were pretty. Yeah, that was fun. That was very fun. We were fucked up. What'd you go to? Everybody sucks.
Shaq.
Fucking losers.
Oh,
Everybody
by the
sucks.
way,
Very bad.
Metallica CD comes out Friday.
Yep.
What is it?
Yep.
Metallica's 10th CD.
Oh, I know.
Is it going to suck? Is it better than St. Anger?
Nah, dude,
You
three
haven't
of their
heard any of
songs.
it?
Yeah, three of
No.
their songs are really good.
Yeah, a couple are very good.
It's good.
What's their who gives a fuck? Let's just
Who
do
gives a
this
fuck
shot.
about an old fart with a
Captain Kangaroo haircut. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Salute, everybody.
Salud.
Oof, yeah, I hate that.
Not that bad.
I did that with Skull. Ugh.
Ugh, dude, I hate fucking Fireball, man.
Do you remember years ago?
Good.
That snowstorm. No, it was the hurricane. The hurricane that came. We all went to Rooney's house.
Was
with
it
the flower.
Sandy?
No, but there was a hurricane that came years ago, and they ran out of Fireball. Like in the tri-state area, you could not get Fireball. When
That was
that
New
took,
Year's Eve too.
really,
Yeah.
Fireball, I was reading. I
when
looked
it
up
first came
Fireball
out.
to see where it was from, like where it came from when it started.
Jarre pas France, isn't it?
No, so it was up in Canada for a long time, and then
The only Canada is French Canada. Is the only
Canada
Canada
is
French Canada is the best Canada.
so
Canada is Hazy Canada. Did you understand?
so it made its way down into the United States, but they said when Fireball hit the streets in the United States, it raised everybody who was selling Fireball. It raised their liquor sales like 180%, and it was that made that much of a difference.
I remember after Faison's wedding at the bar, after and some random dude I don't even know him, he comes up to me, he's like, "Yo, some dude at the bar just put 50 shots of Fireball."
Let me guess who it is.
Yeah, I look over and I go, "Oh yeah, that's Thorn. That's Thorn."
100%.
Yeah.
How many do you have? Buy them all. Would be Thorn. Not
That's
a bad
one thing I
quality
want to
have.
do before I die. I want to go to a Pitbull concert so bad. Could you imagine how much fun it would be to see that bald
I
fucking
totally
moron?
thought you were going to take that the other way.
What do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say before I die, I want to go into a bar and buy a whole round for the entire place. But you're definitely too cheap for
I
that.
wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah, you're too cheap. But Daniel's tried doing that one time, and it really
I've no
backfired.
desire. I've no desire.
Daniel's
to do
hidden
that.
his
Oh, yeah,
credit
in
card.
Savannah?
After Daniel's told the two girls that were there that he was gay,
He met
handed
two
them a
girls
credit
and
card.
told him he was gay. What a fucking
He
drunk
gave
moron.
him his card, his beneficial bank card, and said, I want a whole round for the entire bar. There was like 75 people in there. Daniels woke up the next day. He was vomiting, not from the hangover and from the massive amount of alcohol, but from when he was checking his bank statement.
Ugh.
These two Brazilians were just, these college students were just
How did
buying
you
whatever
pay
they
for
wanted.
that? What? How did you pay for that? Rapid refunds?
Good old cashish, man. Took a while.
Penn State had this thing, man. I can just imagine the debt that some of the kids up there are getting into, and all schools have them, called rapid refunds, where they would like suggest. I would sit down with my academic advisor, and he'd be like, "Yeah, well, school this year is going to be $14,000, and you're getting $3,000 in loans, so that'll take you down to 12. And like, if you want, like, we could just bump it up to 14, and you'll just get 2,000 like wired in the bank account." And it was called a rapid refund. People abuse them over at that school. It's fucking scary. It's real money. You know what I mean? Like, it's
You're taking
real.
your loan on it, and you're thinking, I could use that, but really, you don't need it, you know?
Daniels, you just spit. I almost fucking threw up at what you just
No,
did right
did you
there.
notice a moment ago? He like had a string of spit from his hand.
God.
And it was on
My
the
hair
microphone
standing up
and like
watching
on his
that
hand.
fucking slob
Keep
spit that
check.
out.
Make sure what weight does he have? 5 pounds. He's got the 5 pound. You're the 2.5. I had the Samsung.
Oh yeah, I made sure.
Hey, Jason, where's your 5 pound weight? I'm about to lift.
It's his dad.
I'm about to live.
Wait, Sutton, speaking of heaving from earlier and just now, tell everyone on the way over what happened.
There was a. My hair is already standing up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There was a girl in my sister's grade years ago, and I used to say to myself, like the old intrusive thoughts and OCD. If you ever look it up, like you don't want to think of something so much that you think of it. I fucking had that shit when I was a kid. I would throw up every day before school, and it was because this fucking weirdo. I won't say his name. He was in my sister's grade. The kid that lived across the street from me told me that every day at school he packed a peanut butter and cheese sandwich. Still to this day, like
Was he a mouse?
he's a fucking idiot, weirdo. I hate the guy. He's probably a great guy.
That would definitely be a sandwich.
That used to make me throw up every day. I was
Wait,
sitting
what
there.
kind of cheese?
I'd be holding
Cheese.
my lips in fucking Miss Epicosta's closet, and I'd think of it. And it would just come out of my fucking nose and mouth and ears. But today I heard the most fucking disgusting thing ever. It ruined my whole day. I'm going to puke if I even say it. I'm thinking about it. This girl who's a nurse with my girlfriend went into a room this morning. She had the balls to throw this on Facebook. She said that she went into the room and there was like an older patient that was like there's like a dementia unit basically, it's an ICU. She's a pool nurse, so she's all over. But she was on the older unit, and anyway, long story short, she goes into this room. It's this old guy. His wife is visiting. Okay, and the old guy's kind of like totally lost it, like totally out there. And she had her she had her denture water. And there was like blatant floaters. Like the girl's not like me. She's not totally lying. Like she put it on Facebook. Like blatant floaters, and she went in the room and she was like, I'll have to do you want me to get you a glass of water? And he was
He was chugging the denture waters with the floaters.
oh my god, dude. She said he was chugging the denture water with the floaters.
Please gag.
No.
Oh,
That is pretty gross.
Yellow teeth and yellow dentures.
there's all plaque buildup, nasty smell.
Piece of broccoli. Because my mind creates weird shit. Like I don't just see normal floaters. I see a piece of broccoli, like small piece of steak, maybe.
Oh, there's a piece of
corn or
steak from
something.
last week. Piece of steak from last week caught there.
Piece of
Daniel's
tongue.
is trying to get me to
His old, deteriorating body.
He was
just pieces of her body. just
chugging it
floating
like
in
a pounder.
Oh.
We have a buddy who basically has a very, very weak stomach, and if you can either entertain, if you even entertain the thought of something so disgusting, he's out back.
Yeah, but we say the most disgusting shit. We say a girl we know eating hot dogs all night, drinking Budweiser, what her shit smells like the next morning. That's pretty gross. Like that's not really that weird to make somebody throw up. Like
Yeah, I think I could withstand some fucked up shit. Like Daniels, we used to have fucked up movie night.
Oh my god, that was
We were
disgusting.
just every Monday, me, Daniels, and McEwen, we just meet up and just watch the most fucked up movie we
fucked
could find.
up movie night.
Our buddy
Real
McEwen,
creative name.
our buddy McEwen had a Netflix account, and he basically just
He didn't have
researched.
one. He knew a guy who knew a guy, and he knew his password.
Okay,
No,
he
he would-
researched just like the most like just banned movies in America, banned movies in Australia.
Yeah, the one movie we watched,
And you
some
puff the
Italian
magic
movie,
dragon and watch it. Is what
and
happened.
the director got killed after they made the movie because people were so offended by it.
Nice. That was worth it, right?
Yeah.
Had to watch
It wasn't even
Had
that
to watch
scary
it.
though. Which one was that? Remember we watched it? We're like, that wasn't even that bad. Like, why
It was Pull My Intendons Out My
100
Ass
Days of
by
Sodom.
Yeah, 100
Yurkanovitz.
Days of Sodom.
100 Days of Sodom.
Check that one
Yeah,
out.
we
Ugh.
watched Cannibal Holocaust. What was that one? Japan. Remember the one where they were like, it was after World War II? Or it
Empire.
was in World War II.
Pull My
Empire
Intendons Out
of
My
the
Ass.
Sun.
Huh?
You talking about Pull My Intendons Out My Ass?
It pretty much showed that.
No, it was basically like what the Chinese did to the Japanese during like World War whatever.
Yeah, they just
It was
showed all their
disgusting.
crazy
You mean the
experiments.
Japanese did the Chinese?
Yeah, that's what I
like the one
sorry.
thing I remember they show because it's all fake, but it's like a fake documentary. But they show a lady, she's outside in the freezing cold with her arms like locked into something, and then they fucking unlock her. They bring her inside, and she's just frozen. And then they dip her arms in the boiling water, and pull them up, and then the guy just grabs her arms and just pulls all the skin off. And
Oh,
it just
my
bones
God.
there. And just like,
That's ridiculous. I was watching the show on
People are
Discovery
nice.
Channel last night, and they were breaking down how ISIS was formed. And they were talking, Corso, you would know, the sniper of Fallujah. They were talking about the sniper of the Battle of Fallujah. This guy killed like 22 Marines in a couple hours, and they learned how to shoot right in between, like basically like all the way up to your neck guard and your helmet. And this guy went and he was talking about how like the only problem with this guy was that he was straight killing him, like shooting him in the neck, the best spot to kill him. They said that the Vietnamese were so smart that in Vietnam the snipers weren't trained to kill; they were trained to injure. Because the Viet Cong was so smart that they knew that if they injured the Americans, another 7 would come help them, and they'd take out the whole fucking fleet. And it wasn't until like 3-4 years in the war they started realizing, and they were like, yo, if you get blasted, you're going to lay there for days. So you better have canteens on you. We're not going after you anymore. Because those fucking savages started realizing if you shoot him dead, they're just going to be like, fuck that guy. We saw he's dead. But if you injure him, 7
come
are
out with
coming
their
up.
crosses on.
They
We're the medics. Don't shoot us. Like, we
They
don't give a fuck.
were savages.
Isn't that amazing? Like that I can't grasp that concept like at all because you just like you were trained to kill for your country in order to protect whatever, and you could just come back and like nothing happened to you on the scale of legality, but like whatever happened to you as far as your religion's concerned is what you have to deal with for the rest of your life. Like
Well, that's-
that's insane.
Battle of Fallujah is way more crazy than I thought it was. You hear about the Iraq War and all the old timers say, "Oh, it was nothing like Vietnam." Like, no, it wasn't. But read about the Battle of Fallujah; it's pretty nuts.
Well, that's what a friend of mine, his brother's a Navy SEAL, and he was telling us that the new step, like he's like, so when you go into the military, you have boot camp and they build you up, and then you have training and they build you up even more, and then they have this, that, and the other before you even go and get deployed wherever you're deployed at. He's like, but then when you're done your deployment after 9 months of being somewhere, and what we went through, I mean, you talk about the war on terrorism. We were in 2 wars, war on terrorism, war in Iraq, and these guys are coming back after seeing all this, and they just are like, all right, well, go home. So they're saying now what the military is looking more so into is a boot camp after, a way to unwind, because I read a couple books.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I read a couple books on
Smoke
on
mad
a couple
buds.
guys. Yeah, right. Well, I
Do
read
shrooms too. Shrooms are good for it.
I
Seriously, look it up. Shrooms is good for PTSD.
I'll look it up.
PTSD.
Well, the one book I read about Chris Kyle, the American Sniper, he was saying specifically how he would just sit in his house for a week. His wife wouldn't really be able to talk to him. He wouldn't go out. He wouldn't see any visitors or anybody like his family, because he just
Play
needed
with
a
his
week.
fake baby.
But whatever. He just needed a week just to relax and like unwind. And like they need to do that, like you said, like have a boot camp after you come home.
Oh, you have to.
It might be the best way to help
They
that
have to.
out.
That's a great. I never heard that, and they should do that.
I mean, that's huge,
The only problem is, what the government's who's paying for it? They want them fucking gone. When they're done, they're done. You know what I mean? And now they'll have to pay for all these. Then how far does it extend? Is it 30 days? 30 days won't be enough. Is it 60? People want a half a year. I mean, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the outside. I'm just telling you the outside.
Well, it's worth it.
perspective.
Whatever it
I think
is.
it's worth it too.
100%. Yeah, I think it's worth it.
I gotta watch an episode of South Park to get my mind off that shit. My God.
You want to read fucked up shit? Read about the Battle of the Idrang Valley. Oh my God. They were cutting the Americans' cocks off and sticking them in their mouth.
All right,
Our
relax.
M16s were locking up on us because we didn't know how to use them, and they found out, and they were bayonet stabbing us, pulling the pants down, cutting the dicks off, and stuffing them in the mouth. Read about it. It's crazy.
I'm going to read about that when I go home.
Psychological
Battle of Idrang
warfare.
Valley. Read about that.
Yeah, where is that? What's that one?
That was in Vietnam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds
Man,
fun.
Crazy shit went down there. Christ.
Sounds
There
like
was
it.
one thing I was thinking about earlier with all these dumbass protests about
Where you
"Not
can get
my
new glasses.
president." Yeah, these glasses, these were fucking like $10. Fresh ass glasses.
Are they Ray-Bans or something?
Now there's Zenny. Did you ever see
They're
those
Clay
commercials?
Jans.
There's commercials where it's like, buy cheap ass glasses, you poor motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. You bought them online on a telegram. Did you really?
Yeah, they're $15. That's it.
I never bought anything online anywhere.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, you did.
No, not online. I'm sorry. Through TV. You said you saw
Oh.
a commercial, didn't you?
No, I heard about it. I don't know if I heard the first one, but there's a lot of commercials on TV. You'll probably see it. Now
I'll
after
never
you
buy.
heard, now after you heard it, you'll probably see it.
Dude, my grandpa, mom, and uncle, hook, line, and sinker on the copper pans that like you can literally melt candy on and it slides right
Yeah.
off. They literally handed
The
me the
green
phone
ones?
and the American
The
Express.
green
So I
ones?
order 3 of them right now.
Oh God.
Took 3 weeks to get here.
But I was gonna say, yeah, these people are like, not my president. Or, could you imagine protesting like anything, like actually going out and? Because I was thinking about it, like,
No.
who are these people?
No, I wouldn't protest anything.
No, even if Hillary won, which would have been a total.
Somebody
Yeah.
could buy out the show and close it down tonight.
Mhm.
And you would never stand around and protest.
The only thing I can, because I remember the one time back in like high school, there was like a legalized weed march on South Street, and
You went.
and me and the freaks went, and we went just to go down and like smoke a blunt. And so we were walking down the
Shocker.
middle of South Street smoking a blunt, and everyone around us are like giving us dirty looks, and they're like, "This is why it's still illegal," and like,
Oh, my-
and we're all like, "I thought this is what this was about."
Yeah.
You want to see a countrywide protest with everyone on the one side, prohibition, trying to get prohibition started again? There's too many
Oh my
drunks
God.
out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, but no way, man.
Dan, you'd
Yeah,
protest that.
all right,
I
yeah.
protest
All
that.
right, I take
Your
it
whole
back.
family
We would
would.
all we would all be out there if they were trying to take alcohol away.
Speakeasies
That would be
back
awesome
again.
if they tried to do that again. I actually think that'd be cool for a couple of years. Like,
No, it wouldn't be.
I think it'd be sick.
Be fucking-
Speakeasies open
no.
up again.
What would we do on the
Be
weekend?
illegal technically.
We never see each
what
other
would we
again.
do
We'd
on
be-
the weekends?
Well,
We'd
I'd be
drink.
bowling. I know that.
We
We'd
would
be
drink.
drinking right
I'd be
here.
bowling.
Mouthwash?
We'd be drinking right here
You'd
instead
be
of
snorting
No,
Listerine.
people
Bar.
figure shit
Check,
out.
don't you make
We would all
hooch?
learn. No, we would all figure out how to like brew our own alcohol.
Oh yeah, with internet now, yeah, we're making the best of the best. They got to basically
Would we drink more or less if they made it illegal?
More.
Probably.
Well, that's
Daniel
actually
says more.
that was one thing that
Relax,
uh,
I can't get this for another week and a
It's
half.
possible for you to drink more as a
Prohibition actually started a lot of alcohol problems
Yeah.
because before that, people were just like drinking beer and stuff like that, and then while it was illegal, they started making really strong liquor. So, because you don't want to buy, if you're buying illegal shit, you don't want to buy a case of beer. You want to buy a fucking bottle of fucking strong ass.
Hey, well, back then,
whiskey or whatever it is.
them
So-
motherfuckers did do that. All they drank was liquor back then.
But that's before that they didn't. But then Prohibition
Beer.
came in and they just got the strongest shit they could get. And then everyone was just drinking these strong ass drinks, getting all fucked up.
Makes sense.
Think about a martini. What the fuck? You know, when it was like, Manhattan or any of those things, it's old school fucking,
We're an old fashioned.
or old.
We're ordering it the old fashioned way. That's why it's
Wasn't
called
like
an
your
old
son?
fashioned.
Wasn't your grandpa's drink? Didn't you guys all have an old fashioned? From when
Yeah,
your
old
grandpa
fashions.
passed?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Man, shout out to Barclay Prime, best old fashioned in the city.
What is an old fashioned again? Because I've gone out a bunch of times and tried to get into Manhattan. And I've been fucking pissed. An old fashioned's a little different, right?
Yeah, it's got bitters in it. Manhattan's
Yeah.
don't.
I always
So
want to
There's
order.
like these orangey bitters.
A Manhattan
It's
can
awesome.
have bitters in it. You can order it with
Well, it ain't no
bitters.
motherfucking Manhattan, there, motherfucker.
I always want to order old fashioned because I think that's what Don Draper drinks. Madman. He's a man.
He's the man out.
Shout out to Man.
I didn't know who the fuck that was.
The old fashioned is a cocktail made by muddling sugar with bitters,
What
then
is it?
adding alcohol such as whiskey or brandy, and a twist of citrus rind, which I don't think anyone I've ever seen do that.
I'm getting an old fashioned.
Well, that's the orange bitters.
to dinner.
But I think that it's cool that people get
And a
old
bar
fashions
around
because the
here.
history of it is they started being known as old fashions because when Prohibition was ended and people were like getting Manhattans and they were putting names on shit, they were saying like, no, I want an old fashioned, and that meant to the bartender like, I want it the old fashioned way, and that's how they were making them then. Pretty cool.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just
Wait
feel
for everything.
Falls.
I feel like any bar I'm gonna go to, I'm like, yeah, let me get an old fashioned. I'm not smashing no bitters or whatever. What the fuck that shit.
Mashing bitters.
I couldn't even finish it. That's how
they would
ridiculous.
squeeze a little bit of lime.
No. Well, a genuine, and like I said, both my grandpops drank old fashions like horse, and
Like horse.
literally like horse. So, like they drank them every day, and a genuine old fashioned with bitters in it, and like a hint of sugar, like the way that they make it, like the real fucking drunks. They're actually okay. They're pretty good. Truth be told. You should order one, Corso. If you go somewhere
No,
nice,
I
it's going to
got-
be $18.
I think
if
what
you,
I
if you
did
get
was
one at
I got
Capitol Grill.
an old fashioned one time and it was unbelievable. And then I thought I got a Manhattan, and I got a Manhattan the next time I went out. I'm like, let me get a Manhattan. Thought I was cool. Man, it fucking tasted like shit, and I was trying to
like-
suck it down just fast as possible.
like-
No,
the
it'll run all
barbecue-
your balls out of your ass and
the
spit it down your
bartender
throat.
definitely gave him a Shirley Temple. He was just too fucked up.
Yeah, I want to dog.
McEwen used to always love ordering scotch on the rocks just because he thought it sounded cool. He didn't
Oh,
like it
I
at
know.
all. Let me
Disgusting.
get scotch and
That's
rocks.
his whole life.
Yeah.
I remember he bought
White Russian?
an 18-year age
White
Scotch
Russian,
one
best
time,
story
Johnny
ever
Walker.
told.
What?
Nothing. The White Russian
Done.
is just the greatest story
Ah.
ever told. We can't say it.
Big Lebowski.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I was
Who's
wa-
that?
Oh, this guy over here. This guy.
Wow. Could never get off work.
Fuck. Sorry. Didn't mean to have that happen.
Yeah. There we go. I went to the Eagles game on Sunday,
Look at that.
and
I couldn't believe you didn't say anything last week that you were going. What, did that come
Yeah.
up randomly or something?
no, I went with my brother and his fiance for like they got me a ticket for
What, a
Christmas.
third wheel?
So-
What was that like?
Well, we're tailgating with my cousin and shit. It was sweet.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
yeah, a ticket for Christmas. You mean your
What did
birthday?
Moosey put down that day?
I
Let's get a
would-
run through of what you put down that day. How many blunts? We'll start with
I had 20
that.
blunts.
You just smoked all
I had
day?
20 blunts. Nah, we just drank a bunch of beers.
What
A bunch of
kind?
beers.
Keystone?
Nah, Bud Light and fucking Land Shark. They were the only.
November?
They're the only cooler cases. We got a cooler case.
Shouldn't ask that question.
Dude, what
But
is?
either way, we got in there. This is what I thought. Fucking, they're doing it. They're announcing every player. Fucking everyone, Zach Ertz, yeah. Every single guy, yeah. Nelson Aguilar.
No way, really.
The whole stadium
Good.
was so funny.
Dude, speaking of Eagles game, I saw nothing but mannequin challenges during the tailgate. Is that all people did? The whole tailgate was mannequin challenges? Because,
I
like,
did
you know
see
you're
those
not getting it
videos.
right the first time, and it's probably taken
You know
a few
who started
times.
it?
That
You know who
video I
started
watched,
at
the
the
guy
Eagles
was
game?
going around for like 2
The
minutes.
first people to do it at the Eagles game, they had, dude, the fly. It just goes to show you that, like, hockey, like, it would be cool being a hockey pro to a point. I went on Giroux's fiance. There's a video of Giroux walking in the stadium going, "Fly Eagles, fly!" He looks like half the size of George
It's
May
French fun to do.
walking in. And the Flyers had their own tailgate, like in the middle of Jetro parking lot. Like people walking by had no idea it was the Flyers. Like I went on her page, they did the mannequin challenge, and then the Flyers caught wind of it and uploaded it on the page, and then a lot of people from like the Eagles tailgate started doing it. But if you look at the Flyers tailgate at the Eagles game this weekend, mannequin challenge, it's like 30 of them. But Giroux, it's like unbelievable in real life. This guy is like smaller than me with a beard. You would walk right by him and not even know it was this guy.
I'll tell you what, the best mannequin challenge I saw was the U.S. Olympic team. These guys were straight, like, in the most crazy positions for, like, the horse in the rings and just holding it with literally no movement. That's how it just shows how strong these guys are. And it looked like fantastic.
Did
it
you
was
see
unbelievable.
Penn State's?
Yeah, that was very
That
good,
was
too.
incredible. If that one fucking idiot didn't move, because one person
That one
was
was pretty stupid, actually.
Penn State's.
Was that after they beat Ohio State?
And we just
Yeah.
all standing around. The guy was just
Oh,
like,
Daniels. Wait, so I went down to the city this weekend and I met some of my girlfriend's work
It's not
friends.
mannequin challenge, by the way. It's mannequin. Go ahead.
So we're all hanging out, and they started talking about doing a mannequin challenge. Well, like after like 20 minutes, I don't even know. I was like, all right, I'll be back. I went into the bathroom. I'm taking a piss. I'm looking at some of the shit on the wall. You know, I take long pisses.
Fat girls in the fountain. Whatever
I
that's.
wash my hands. I crack open the door, and it's dead quiet. And I peek my head out, and everybody's doing a mannequin challenge. I was in the bathroom taking a piss, so I stopped. And I played right along with it, but I was standing there like this, and I was watching the guy walk around. I totally didn't know. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. If they didn't mention anything, you know me, I have no social media. I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Where was this at?
It was at Tracy's work friend's house. So it was like all her
Oh,
work
at the
friends.
house.
That
Oh,
is-
I thought it was like a bar.
that has had to happen to a few people where they just walk out and they see everyone like, and like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Mine the Twilight Zone. Like everyone's just frozen. Like
You're going to get some disgusting ones.
I saw one at like Ole Miss, and they go up, they go through, like there's dudes holding up doing keg stands. It's a house party on mute. It's the best one I ever seen. Barstool shadowed it. But there's a kid upstairs. He's got the lighter lit. His USC, he's got a USC, like a typical frat boy USC hoodie on, a backwards hat. He's got the Chuck Taylors on. He's got the lighter lit. The flame's not moving. He's got the cigarette in his mouth. It's unbelievable. It is. They walking through a house party like two dudes on the beer pong table, ball in the cup, two dudes like it is fucking unbelievable. I'm telling you, some are pretty.
People are going to get very, very creative soon. Like, they just haven't thought
Well,
of it
you know what
yet.
reminds me of the what's that thing?
That thing.
No, what the
Yeah,
fuck? What was it? Fucking. Remember we used to do it? Fuck that song. Everybody used to stand still.
Harlem Shake?
Yeah, the Harlem Shake. That fucking thing. You guys remember that?
A little bit.
Who's that guy who was almost a Navy SEAL and he rang the
Fuck
bell
you.
at the last second? And now all he does is just watch chicks pull their tits out. He's a famous poker player. Everybody knows him. Corso looks like him. What the fuck's
Oh,
that guy?
Blazarian.
Blazarian? He uploaded on his page. He went.
He wasn't a SEAL.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, that's the whole point. He never became a fucking SEAL.
He never became one, but he was right there. He was very close. He
close,
quit
I
at the
guess.
last second. But Dan
Pussy.
Dan Blazarian, whatever that faggot's name is.
I see more titties than you ever
He
will.
was like mannequin challenge, and he put a question mark and went, I've been doing this for 3 years, and he actually did one. Now, granted, it's not that white girl and they want to go meet. It's not that song, but it's him with a bunch of chicks, and he's partying in the middle of like Brazil, and it was like uploaded in 2012. That's pretty.
Well, his was probably done because that's in movies and shit where if you could film it with actual cameras where they do like capture time freezing, and that's what it's supposed to replicate. So he probably did it like an actual like professional way where it's like everything's frozen. in
Didn't
time.
Allen Iverson fuck his up or something?
Yeah, we were at the game. He was right below us.
He was still moving. Or like, obviously, he was all fucked up. Like,
He was
you gotta
right-
stop. You gotta stay
he was
still. man.
right below us. The whole place, even the event staff in there, was standing still, and they put it on him, and he crossed his hands and started nodding his head. And the stadium was like.
I'm too good for that.
By the way, we watched him. Like Stevens went, dude, he's probably like hanging out, like having a good time. We watched him. He was right under us. The second they took the light off the camera, they shook his hand. He walked out with his boys. He was great.
Was he crying? Like every time I see him now, he's crying.
Fred,
Yeah,
he doesn't
he
have
wasn't crying
eyebrows
back then.
anymore.
He had sunglasses on. He was probably absolutely hooched out of his mind. He probably had no eyeballs in. He loves
Yeah,
his
they-
dark liquor.
Fucking
Vanity Fair, call my name.
Vanity Fair, dude. What's it called? Floyd Mayweather had his party there this
Well.
Saturday at Vanity Fair,
And we tried getting in
so
there.
we thought it was a joke. I still got to pick up my ball sack from that place when I get a chance.
Oh my god.
That was the hardest I've ever been checked in my life. They still got my balls there.
We just checking for guns. They literally were in my ass crack.
Checking for guns. I seen the one dude go up my ass. I seen his hand come out of my mouth, and then he got weird and went back in.
Checking for loose teeth, basically. Frat
Oh, baby.
Wait, so
I,
do you want to tell?
Hmm?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
now I was just gonna add the one thing I was gonna say that at the fucking Eagles game, did you those two calls and the refs where they fucking blew it? They made like the two worst calls.
Oh, with the hit on Jordan Matthews.
Still wide.
The whole place is fucking going crazy. and we had these two Falcons fans next to me, but I fucking stood up and I was like, "Not my referee, not my." I started chanting. And they started cracking up.
Yeah. You get it, you fucking idiot. You get it for
No,
the
I do.
No, I don't get it.
some
You-
girl.
Not my
the
president.
my
Not
president
my
is like
president.
trending right now because of
Well,
Trump.
that's what they say.
Some girl got "not my fucking president" tattooed on the side of her.
Fucking idiot.
That'd be a funny trend. Like just adding like dumb shit. Like not my chocolate ice cream and
Yeah.
We've been doing- how long have we been doing "not my cheese worm"?
plenty of them.
Yeah, that tattoo is horrible. It says like Trump's not my president.
Not my fucking president. Trump is
Yeah,
not,
not my
Trump is
fucking
not my
president.
fucking president.
Has that on her fucking.
Barstool uploaded and put like, check out how sick this is with an exclamation point. It was like, kidding, so gay. It got like 500,000 likes.
Well, do you want to say about the?
Go ahead, check.
No, you do.
You do it.
You talk better than me.
Well, what do we have it on so far? I mean, I need the breakdown of what it's on. I'll do the iTunes part, but what do we have it on so far? So we have jshack.com.
Oh yeah, all our podcasts on jshack.com. We're on iTunes. Search This Philly Life. Search JShack, whatever the fuck you want to search.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so it's on jshack.com, and you can watch it on there. You can download it on there. We want people to go to iTunes. If you go to iTunes on your phone or on a computer, you can go to, I think it's just search.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
do the magnifying glass.
Search in the store.
Right. If you go to the store and you go onto the magnifying glass and you search This Philly Life, you're going to find ours. Our thumbnail right now is, what does it say? It says basically just the...
JShack Podcast Network.
Right.
Yeah, and then
So it says JShack Podcast Network. You
That's
can
right.
subscribe to the show and then obviously review and rate the show. Takes like 2 minutes to do. There's 5 empty stars. They're grayed out. You can give us 5, give us 1, give us 0, give us 3, give us whatever you want to do. And then comment
Yeah,
on the
you
show.
should give us
You have to
5,
put a nickname, so it's difficult. You can't put like Dave because it's not going to take that. But long story short, go on, comment, give us a review. And the more reviews we get, the more they'll share it. So we're actually almost at 1,000 listeners, which is pretty good. We've been doing it for what? This is our 4th week.
Yep.
So almost a month. So, I mean, we're almost at 1,000 listeners. So like I said, the more people that actually share it on iTunes, and seriously, if you like the show or if you don't like the show, the biggest favor you can do is go on, subscribe, don't subscribe, whatever, but just make sure you write a review. Let us know who you are and go ahead and, give us a rating, because the more that we get, the more iTunes is going to share for us, and that's really what matters. We're also on Instagram. If you go on Instagram, we have a page with a decent amount of followers now. It's called that's under
Quarter Life Crisis Boys.
Quarter Life Crisis Boys.
That's us.
And we're on Facebook on the Quarter
It
Life
is us.
Crisis Boys.
Yo, what's
too.
up, yo?
So follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, Quarter Life Crisis Boys on both, jshack.com always if you want to, and iTunes, This Philly Life. And definitely rate and comment the show. It's huge. It's the biggest favor you can do for
Huge.
us. Yeah, it is. It's
Let
huge.
a potty bitch get off me.
It is. It's huge.
Make
though.
the podcast great again. All right, people.
Yeah, sounds good.
In all honesty, we appreciate any feedback.
Yeah. Thank
that's,
you, everybody,
that's-
for listening.
That's what we need more than anything. So please do that.
All right. Well,
All right, sweet.
see you
All right,
guys.
folks. See you next week.
Peace.